What's up, Trios Tribe? Just got out of Nats. Nationals, Digimon, Bandai Card Fest in Orlando, in my hometown. I was 15 minutes away. It was so exciting. This is probably going to be the most ambitious video I've done in a while because we are going to talk about 13 deck lists, which, man, you probably may or may not be able to hear it in my voice. A lot of running around I got to do, a lot of talking. It is so... I'll never discredit how much fun it is to just walk around an event and talk to everybody in the community, anybody and everyone in that is. From all the people that I got to meet for the first time to all the people that I got to see again. Oh man, it's so cool. I'll never forget how cool it is, but I can't yap about that for too long. If you want me to yap about it more, I'll host the stream tomorrow, maybe before the Eagle X time. We might not be. I don't know. I'll try to do it. I'll stream on Monday, and we can yap together and talk about how cool Nats was, depending. But that being said, we got 32 deck lists to go through. 7 Demon Lords takes the whole thing, which that's huge to me. Mostly because I had a video I want to say a week ago, 2 weeks ago, where I was like, if we want to ban Mirage, like. There's other stuff just as viable, just as prominent, just as crazy, and like Mirage isn't really like there are other things that are doing things on the power level of Mirage, and I don't feel like we should just ignore those. And I think the video I called out 7 Demon Lords in itself, and 7 Demon Lords takes the whole thing, which I feel validated, but it's not like I don't know. It's maybe we yap about it on stream. If you haven't, check out the streams. I've been streaming a little bit, and they've been fun. It's been fun to talk to you guys live on chat. So come out. That being said, 32 deck lists. 7 Demon Lords takes the whole thing. The finals were super fun to watch. We got to see. It says Moment, but we all know it's Donkey Nog. Please make a content video about your experience because I want to see what Mr. Second Place was able to do. And Onion, if you're a content creator in any way and you post something, let us know. I will. Anybody in the top 32, anybody who ever does well on eggmanevents.com, we are trying to push having people's YouTube videos on the website. So if you want to send me or Eggman a link to your video, to exactly which event, who you are, and we will gladly put those videos on this page for everybody to see. Is because these pages are never about us; they're about you guys and the community and sharing that information out there, and that's all we ever want to do. But without gushing about it for too much longer, let's start. You guys know how I do this. I try to work my way from the bottom, work our way from the top. If I'm short with your deck, I'm sorry, you deserve more time, but let's be real, 32 decks. And I'm sure other people are going to cover stuff too, and you guys all deserve it. You guys all deserve every minute I'm going to try to give you guys. So let's talk about... This is 3 Great Angels from the rip. We get to talk about 3 Great Angels. Let me get my names on the screen on the... Oh man, I always shadow this part. Okay, I got the names on the side. This is what top 32 knocked list for 3 Great Angels, another deck that was on the come up, up to the in all the events on the come up to this event. I thought I think we saw that 3 Great Angels was making more of a presence, and to see I think it's 4 of them do well, and at least get day 2, which is really exciting to see. Very, very cool. But I mean, that being said, we're running the Ukamons, we're running the Luxmons. Our baby is the Cupimon to allow us, maybe we don't get the Patamon high roll, but the Cupimon still allows us to set up our security exactly the way we want it. And that's really what it comes down to, being able to set up a Magnamon in security. So we always have the Dominimon. We got the we got Scramble. I would love to get pro player or competitors, the competitive outlook on how Scrambles really changed the tournament, at least the format's layout. Granted, in the finals we didn't really have Scrambles too much. We'll take a look at Donkey Nong's list in a second, obviously. I think at the end of the day too, though, Yellow just has the best access to aces, man. Angelwoman, Shadow Serafi, Cherubi, like those are just three really powerful aces in like all in yellow right now. The Seraphimon right here, obviously a great card, and is made even greater by the fact that we have Shadow Seraphi Ace now, giving our level 6 as an ace target. It's like a soup because it does digivolve onto Seraphimon on itself for is it 4? No way. No, it's Seraphimon for 1. Okay, I was like gonna lose. It's like small on the screen, man. Leave me alone. But yeah, ruin mode and the Godamon. There's just the potato, man. I'm on the potato bandwagon, man. This potato generates so much memory off of Godo and its own inheritable TKs doing some nasty work. I think this potato does a lot for what this deck wants to do. But once we've established, like everybody knows that at this point, the double AncientGreymon board with a Dominimon is just like the hard lock that almost no deck can get around unless you have Digivolve and Digivolve and DP minus are really the big things here. That being said, you know, physical training, no mem boosts, and even cutting physical trainings down to 3, fitting in the scrambles. Congrats, Noct. I mean, you deserve it. You got top 32. We have to talk about our I think all the Dominis got top 32, so we'll talk about it. This one should be Goose the Legends, also top 32 list. Playing a different Luxmon, playing the BT18 Luxmon. Your turn when any of your Digimon with Angel, Great Angel, 3 Angels is played, gain 1 memory. I imagine this counts itself. Wait, no. Yeah, no, I imagine this Luxmon counts itself, so when you start playing it off of like Cherubi and stuff, you potentially gain the memory. It's only your turn, so it's not super cheeky, but the when attacking -2 KDP is also kind of nutty. Not playing the Searcher Luxmon is interesting, but we are on the Salamon. I don't think the other deck was on the Salamon. Yeah, we're removing the Ukos. Pillowmon must have, like, can't play by effect is a big thing. Big counter to Mirage's strategy right now. I know Mirage showed up in 7 different lists right now, and one of their key plays was the Honkun play the Gaomon, get the memory off of the Buka. When you kind of shut that off, they have a harder time. And that kind of goes to what I was saying in the run up to this tournament and a lot of the streams and stuff was, if you're gonna be a good player, an educated player, I would say, and I'll say educated player. I don't want to be like mean or anything, but an educated player going into this event was definitely like obviously knew Mirage was going to be played and it was going to show up in force. Anyone in the top 32 obviously had a plan for Mirage. You were not taking a deck that didn't have a plan for Mirage, in my opinion. And Mirage 3 Great Angels just definitely has a plan for Mirage. I mean, we have it listed as 3 Great Angels. Maybe we should just list it as Domini, honestly. We're only playing 2 of the 3 Great Angels. I mean, I guess Domini is like the substitute or whatever you want to call it. But actually playing the Edamon, it's funny. I got to play a little bit of Puppets during the weekend in a 3v3 with a fellow YouTuber. And Edamon's just such a good card. Right, Yellow has access to some of the best level 6 aces in my opinion, and just forcing that before your opponent is allowed to make any plays, forcing an ace play, kind of strong, you know what I mean? Just kind of strong. That being said, you're seeing a lot of similar. Instead of trainings, we're on Yellow Memory Boost. We're on Emissary of Hope. Remember, I did say the name. This is wait, oh no, did I say someone else? This isn't Goose the Legends. Oh my god, this is Jaxi.os. Jaxios. I'm gonna go with Jaxios. Top 32 list as well. Emissary of Hope, it's still a good card. Allows you, kind of like, is more of a high rolly card for sure, but you set up your security so much it doesn't matter. Playing the barrier level 4, maybe trying to get a little extra aggression and then getting when attacking draw, not bad. That being said, no, congrats on your top 32, Jaxios. And then we get to talk about this one's Goose the Legends. Goose the Legend actually playing all 3 Great Angels and all the 3 aces, which I think is so amusing. Yeah, just having access to as many aces as possible, and on top of that, Venus. So we got a very level 6 heavy top end here. Playing the barrier Taiankari as well, which like people are so back and forth on if they're good or not, or if this tamer is good on it. Like I feel like no 2 Domini players have the same exact opinion about this card, and I find that so amusing. amazing. Like I talked to Ben and Digishawn and Ben from Digishawn 37 channel, blah blah blah. And like they both like either hate or love this card. It's so funny to me. Like just the talk around this card is so great. But at the end of the day, barriers are really good in Dual Mini because combat is one of your best ways to beat this deck, and it's just not having the barrier really shuts that down, right? No, I got nothing else to say. We're back on the Luxmon for searching. A little bit of consistency if we need it. Actually playing Salamon, no Uko. Which, like little changes here and there. Actually playing Magnamon Ace. So this is such an ace heavy list, man. Holy moly. That's really ace heavy and level 6 heavy. That's great. That's a lot. But it kind of makes sense, right? You want to establish your 5s. You want to have a lot of 5s. You want to be like comfortable playing the 5s and just moving on with your life. And then yeah, the Cherubi, the Shadow Serafi, blah blah blah, all these aces just to mix up, just like have different things to do, different ways to get aggression and make your opponent have to guess around everything. Makes sense. Top 32 was open deck list, which was interesting, so maybe that's why we feel like all the Dominis kind of suffered. I feel like all the 3 Great Angels kind of suffered. I would imagine they suffered from an open deck list environment, just because like now as your opponent knows exactly how many of each ace you could be running and what aces you could be running, and so their opponents came into this pretty prepared for them and what their counts could have been. So makes sense to me. I can see why they only got top 32 in this kind of open information format. That being said, let's talk about our last 3 Great Angels list. This one is Newen Kevin. The screen name is Newen Kevin. 3 Great Angels as well. Also going back to making room for the Seraphimon Ace, so we can sit on a level 6 and still ace people really good. Edamon makes its return. Cutting down on the Magnamon feels crazy to me because it's like, that's like the deck, right? But I mean, I digress. 3 boosts instead of trainings into 2 scrambles. I feel like in this deck you want to see the boosts more than trainings, just because like you want to be able to just, the memory sometimes comes up more valuable because you can just hard play your 5s and still get a lot of value that way. But I could be kind of crazy. Maybe I'm like I don't really have this deck super well practiced. I know how to play, obviously, but like, yeah, you get my point. But no, congrats to all 4 of our 3 Great Angels players. Kevin Ewan, top 32. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I'm also doing this right after the event. Goose the Legend, Jaxios, and Noct. 3 Great Angels, great deck, great showing. I got nothing. I mean, you guys, like, it's people like you that make the meta diverse and proving that like Mirage isn't really that all encompassing force that we need to worry about. Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm still coping, but call me a coper in the comments. I have an emote called Risu Cope from now on, so you just use that, man. Then we get to talk about our single Imperial, and man, wow, like I respect this player so much. Blum. Blum. I love that name, man. I've said it before, and we've talked in comments before. I love that name. But what a fall from grace, generally, right? From the most feared deck in the format to only 1 in a top 32 deck list. Like, dang, what a fall from grace this deck has seen. And man, it's Imperial. It still does its thing. We're not even doing the armor variant, right? Pyldra, we're just swinging twice while Pyldra stunning boards. Scrambles are added so we can play more Digimon. I can imagine scrambles really, like, you scramble at the start of your turn, play a rookie from trash. I mean, honestly, like, there's probably a lot you could do with scrambles, and then your own, like, your dual tamer shenanigans. Maybe that's something that's underexplored right now. We'll see if we'll see if you inspire more Imperial players to try this out, because I can see a lot of legwork being done by scrambles in general. So and then Hexbot, obviously good card. Paladin mode ace. I still think people should be running 2 if you're gonna run any, just to give yourself the option to, like, recycle your trash or whatever you want to call it. But I digress, you know. Oh, no, congrats on Blum. I wish I had more to say. And one Leviamon, I love it. I always love seeing the one Leviamon, I guess. And then, you know, actually trying to find time for a memory blocker, Mirage. You know, you need strats against Mirage, man. Oh, my goodness. And then we got a single AncientGreymon. I think a deck that was really strong at the start of this 2.0 meta. But then we got LM, and I feel like people just kind of started wising up. And to be fair, in red, oh my god, who's the player? What am I saying? The player is, oh my god, where is it? Oh, Panda, top 32, AncientGreymon. Off the back of Gigasmon is here, the Dual Tamer is here. Only 8 Takuya, so a very streamlined Digimon focused build, I would say, because we're like only one of these options. We're running 12 Tamers, but like it's just becoming standard. Like you really want to see the analog youth in both versions of the Ancient deck, right? You want to be able to swing with your Ancient, kick the turn back, get your new raising, and just have your raising and promote every turn. If you're one of the Ancient decks and you can do that every turn, you're in a good spot to probably win that game. That being said, I mean, like, I don't know. I get why, like, people, like, AncientGreymon is a deck that's responsible for, like, some negative feelings towards how Digimon in the format is right now. Sometimes they just do 5 checks and win. Like, that's just Digimon sometimes, man. I'm definitely going through some growing pains and with how the format is. But again, if you were a competitor, and just tell me what your experience was like, man. How do you feel about the meta? How did you feel the tournament went for you guys? Especially since this is our biggest tournament with the LM cards, and we were scrambles, the new aces. I don't think any of the new aces even made it into top. We'll see. That being said, congrats. Sorry, I gotta get your name. Panda, top 32, only AncientGreymon player. I love hybrid, and red and blue hybrid are still where my heart is. You got your can't play by effects. You can't get your memory. Again, answers for Mirage is always important, man. That being said, let's move on. Get to talk about Rapid X. Who thought Rapid X was going to top Nationals this weekend? I did. That was not on my bingo card, man. And who did it? Premium MSG, making Asian food more delectable. You guys know that Uncle Roger. I don't want to do the accent. That's probably bad. That was an awful accent. But Uncle Roger memes galore aside. Rapidmon X bunnies. I'm gonna call it bunnies. I don't care. Terror. I don't care. Maybe Taste the Victory will lambast me, but I really don't care. They're bunnies. It's called Bunny Blast. Dang it. But Terriermons, Pomumons. Leviamon X, I think, is a really good card for the deck. When this came out, I feel like it did a lot to help this deck be a thing. We got the Alliance Lopmon, only Rapidmons for our level 5s. And this feels like a low count of level 5s, honestly. Like, it does feel like a low level count of 5s, but the Rapidmons, the MirageGaogamon aces can all go on any Rapidmon. So it just works, man. You know what I mean? It's just good. Rapidmon X is just a good card. Hidden Potential Discovered is probably a card that should be banned, but that's a different conversation. Trainings, 2 scrambles, double Typhoon, Heaven's Judgment. I imagine scrambles probably like bring back this Lopmon, do some shenanigans, right? Like, that's gotta be real good. There's gotta be some spice in there, you know what I'm saying? Leviamon X giving piercing, Giant Missile as a one-of. Willis plus Mimi really gives you that tamer aggression in terms of just being able to get it. Is this the one that hatches the breeding? It does hatch the breeding on every on play. So if you find yourself being able to play this, hatch, promote, play this, hatch, get that accelerated raising, and then Mimi also backing you up on that accelerated raising. There's got to be a lot of shenanigans happening between these two, you know what I mean? And it's just a strong deck. And again, answers for Mirage, right off the I know there's something, and just forgive me if I don't instantly know it. Things like Rapidmon obviously are good. Aces are good against the Mirage. Heaven's Judgment, Giant Missile, just mixing up our ways to remove that thing. And then just stopping them from Digivolve can be really good too, especially if they try to get it like cheeky in the beginning, you know what I mean? Suspending everything and then making it can't Digivolve. Suddenly they can't go into burst when they thought they could. And the list goes on, right? The Digivolve is a busted mechanic, and it's like, oh man, I could gush forever. Double Typhoon actually is a security bomb in sometimes too, right? Because like security, Mirage is going for game, and Double Typhoon, I beat a Mirage in 3v3 by hard playing, by getting the security level 4 from Puppets to play the minus security 1 to Shumon. That was like my highlight of playing this weekend, which that guy was great. I don't know if I played you in the 3v3, thank you. Except my first round, I don't like that guy. Come at me. No, I'm joking. He's my friend, I swear. Congrats. I probably talked about your list too long. Remember, we got 32 to go. Dexter Rugamon, black base? No, purple base. Purple base Dexter Rugamon also topped. IDBW, I've seen your name plenty of time. Purple base Dexter Rugamon, playing the hell Lugarsmons. Why not? All your cards are SOC. Makes sense to me. Tyranno, Luga. The hardest part about Dexter Rugamon is finding your tamers, and Lugamon helps because you're running Lugamon, you're running things to draw discard. You can easily just discard the tamers. Playing one Yuji so you can gain a memory, maybe put something under. Like what sources are we looking? Oh, this one's a good one. You put the security attack +1 Greymon or Greymon under there. Maybe a different Greymon. You got the reboot. You got the old Dexter Rugamon. Maybe to I imagine to accelerate memory, so you get an explosive play out of nowhere. Your opponent wasn't expecting it. That's kind of cool. Blocker Retail is also just obviously good. That's always a good thing about this guy. Honestly, the reboot on this one's good, but the more I play with this one, you really play this one for the trash effect, and its actual when Digivolving effect feels like the most whatever thing, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. Maybe I could be off base on that opinion. No scrambles here, so no LM affecting this list. Maybe just the format around them did really well. IDBW, congrats, man. Top 32 as well. I mean, you're showing why this game is still got a lot of depth to it and a lot of things to learn, because so many different decks can top. Trainings, purple boosts, callings, busted. Ruin mode, busted. The AG count is interesting to me, preferring the +1 memory instead of the memory setter. It is what it is, and the Yuji's cute. I like Yuji, man. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, now we get to start talking about Magnamon X's. This is Ace Vin 100. Magnamon X playing it's always, when you're looking at Magnamon X list, the starting point is always going to be what's your level 4 count, what are you performing, tells me more about the player, right? So we're playing a low count of BT 13, we're playing one less BT 8, I think everyone's maxing out the starter deck Magnamon at this point, makes sense, and the one of Flamedramon for some shenanigans, I guess. Zudamon Ace, just a deck can fit it. Hong-kun for the battle immunity, right? Battle immunity, and then your attack can't be redirected, because one way to deal with Magna X is just blocking its first attack, and then suddenly, oops, can't do anything, and then they get answered. Paladin mode Ace playing the 2, I recommend most of the time. Ruin mode, Omni, Blinding Ray, training, actually only finding time to fit in a scramble, really interesting. And then final Zubagon Punch, Awakening, Heaven's Judgment, playing as many promo Davises as much as we could fit. One memory setter, just so, memory setting is always good. Blue Memory Boost, Ultimate Flare. Ultimate Flare is an interesting include. I wonder what key logic here was the Ultimate Flare. Obviously, Dididov is good, don't get me wrong. But what deck were we really trying to target by having Ultimate Flare? Maybe Mirage. Maybe this is our Mirage button. But that being said, everything else, Magnamon X, it's a good card. We can talk up and down about immunities being bad for the game. Is not today, not this video. And now our next Magnamon X. This is Calcular. Calcular. Oh, that's cute. So it's like calculator, but calculator. Oh my god, that's so calculator. Oh, it is calculator. Oh my god, I was. Oh my god, whatever. That's funny. Playing even less of the BT13 Magnamon, maxing out on the other two Flamedramons. Similar rookies, but I know we are adding the ratio. We added a 4th one and just kind of divvied up the ratios. Seems like Hong-Kunmon from BT19 as being like way more common included in these decks right now. That's interesting. Actually finding time to play the new level 7 Gabumon Ace, Bond of Friendship. Nice. I mean, it's a good card. It's an interesting card. Definitely having an ace that's immune is a really interesting. I wonder, like, oh, we even found room for the Paladin mode. I would love to get like what people's feedback is on this, like in Magnamon X specifically, what the feedback on how do you feel about Gabumon versus Imperialdramon. Maybe like this does just clear boards, do two things off board. This is a really good Mirage like answer, right? Because most of the time their board is 2 things. Right, and like traditionally you should be able to have more sources. I mean, I guess if you like, I guess you have to ideally go into Hankun then Magnamon X. That's the true way to get more sources, because if you just awakening from your level 4, you're missing a source, so now you're not able to bounce a 6. But if they yeah, I think maybe you can always bounce a 6. It's the 7. I don't want to do that head. It's 2:30 in the morning, man. Zubagon Punch again. Blinding Ray, Death X, Trainings, Scramble, 1 Scramble again, 3 Boost, 2 Heaven's Judgment, adding 1 more Memory Setter Davis, and then that's our key differences for this list. So let's keep going. 1 more Magnamon X. I think there's actually those 2 are top 32 if I didn't say it, but this one, Freedom, is top 16. Right? Yeah, I'm sorry, man. This always, like, I miss the old way I did this, honestly, but, yeah, man. Oh, whoa. Gold Veedramon? Why? What? Oh, that's so interesting. Gold Veedramon kind of goes hard. I love that. That's so sick. Gold Veedramon as instead of Flamedramon, like, hold up. One of your opponent's Digimon gets -2k for the turn if you have a blue or yellow tamer in play, or if you have a card with the armor form trait in your trash. One of your opponent's Digimon with 6k DP or less can't attack or block until the end of your opponent's turn. Interesting. What an interest. Like, I would love to get the backstory to that card. Like, that include, I should say, Freedom, top 16. Magnamon X player. 3 ruin modes, 1 quartz. I mean, the quartz, like I feel like I've never seen quartz in Magnamon X, but I guess, like, yeah, we also need answers for purple hybrid too. I know Mirage is on everybody's mind, but tapping all those tamers too, extra important. 110%. I see where your head's at, homie. 4 Blinding Ray, really trying to see our stuff to get going. And we're playing TK Kakashi. We're almost like a yellow vaccine, but like, oh my god. I guess the TK kind of makes sense in the sense that, like, oh man, how many times did you burn your own security with this TK? I guess that's why we were, I guess, you know, honestly, like the TK plus Blinding Ray, because Blinding Ray doesn't have a security effect. That feels really nice. Just take that thing out of there, you know what I mean? You just plus a card, right? You don't, at least don't neg a card. You have a good amount of yellow, but like there's gotta be, I would love to know how many times you whiffed on TK and you just lost the health, right? But like, that being said, oh man, oh, that is so cool. Ah, that's so cool. What an interesting list. This is a really cool top 16 list. Trainings, 1 boost, or 1 scramble again, memory boost. I need to update Eggman on trying to get these English boost images, but we'll get there eventually, I promise. Oh, I zoomed in. I didn't want to zoom in. Oh, did I zoom in too much? Nope. We're going to say no. And then we're going to start talking about Mirages. All right. God forgive me for what I'm about to do. I really can't talk about all of them. But let's start going. Let's talk about at least, let's try. Let's see what we get. Chris P. Juegos. Top 32 Mirage. I mean, we're just at the point where we can play so many floodgates. I'm surprised they decided not to play Otamamons. That's kind of interesting to me, and that's kind of, I feel like maybe 7 Demon Lords was a little slept on, and that's why they were able to perform better than normal. Playing 4 Tamers still blows my mind. 2 Scrambles, 1 Bond of Friendship, Hex, only 1 Hexplow is also interesting, but adding the 5th level 6 instead of just riding it out with only BT11 Mirage like most people do. The level 5 lineup has, like, Mirage has been a pretty standard list. Like, you see a tech here and there. The extra tamer is interesting to me. I feel like most people are on 3 tamer now, but it's not a big deal one way or the other. I love the addition of the Jaikimon. Chinese is usually hard for me. I like especially the X's and the Q's. I always get stumped on how that actually is pronounced. But no, congrats, Juegos Crispy. Talk about another Mirage. Our next Mirage is going up the list is John Rose, and actually including the Otamamon this time, and a more complete Floodgate line. Zudomon, similar level 5s, similar level 4s, not including the BT13 Mirage. 4 trainings, 3 boosts, 4 tamers. Maybe I'm mistaken about the tamers. Maybe it's 4 standard. I thought it was 3 standard, but I digress. Making time for 1 bond, 2 hex blouse, 2 scrambles, and Bukamon is also mainstay egg too. I'm sure you guys know at this point. I'm just surprised we haven't moved even. I guess this is just I was gonna say maybe like the bird. I'm surprised people haven't moved to more bird, but I guess when you're looking at, it's just a 5th copy of this card with just like with a 5th copy of jamming essentially. So I guess that's fair. I guess I'm overthinking maybe adding like another one of this. Go to 10 champions. Maybe you just don't need it with all the draw. I'm convincing myself already. But yeah, congrats, John Rose. Then we got to talk about Sack or Sake. It's S-A-A-C. The double A implies that it's Sake, but whatever. You tell me, homie. No Otamamon again, which is I still find that interesting, but same level 4, same level 5 lineup, 2 Hex Blau, 4 Mirage, 1 fighter mode instead of the Bond. And then actually running the security bump, only 2 tamers. See, like, this is what I'm saying. Like, people are just moving away from tamers, period. 4 training, 4 boost. I think people just don't care about going burst mode anymore. It's just like it's just like, if I get it, I get it. But like the real game plan is like all this, right? It's my other like 47 cards, right? Like, oh man. Let's talk about another Mirage. That was top 32. Let's talk about, now we're moving on to top 16. This is Extra No Mayo. Extra No Mayo? That's funny. The return of jamming Betamon. That's so funny. But the thing is, like, I'm still like, the fact that like the deck has moved more towards Hank Kunmon, like, I felt like meant that we were going to have more of this Betamon, because the on play becomes really relevant. I feel, maybe I'm crazy, I feel it becomes way more relevant. Like, especially into something like Magnamon X, right? Like, there's gotta be some like tech there, right? Or like playing into Shadow Serafi Aces. 7 Demon Lords doesn't do much, but like, I mean, Shamming's nice. The BT13 MirageGaogamon, so my attack can get switched. Really? Not playing any of the other interesting. Not playing the other Hunk Kunmon, and the return of BT13 Mirage in our top 16. That's interesting. Evade is real. Evade is really good K-word sometimes, unless you're playing blue, but like, against blue. The return of 4 Tamers, really preferring the 4-cost memory setter. That's interesting. And then 3 burst mode, 2 scrambles instead of security bombs. I feel like all these Mirage players have like swapped out the security bombs for scrambles. I know the last deck just had full moon burst, but I think the general trend I can talk about. Cool, man. 2 Zudo I feel like is more than the others. That could be a hot take. And then after that was Extra No Mayo. So then let's talk about, this is also top 16, Marky Fresh. Otamamon, Madoki Betamon, playing all our floodgates, and then same level 4s, same level 5. This is just, okay, yeah, all of them are on Zudomon, 2 Zudo, and then the same 5s, same 6s. I feel like this is also the similar level 7 situation. Actually making room for the Ice Wall and the Full Moon Meteor Impact. 2 of the 3-drop Tamer. I think I think this is like what I feel like is just going to be the standard. Like the 3 memory, just being able to play it for 3 memory probably is more relevant than the other guy kind of will be ever nowadays. But I get it. The when attacking, make your opponent draw 1 so you can keep looping with burst mode's probably really important too. So I can't like really harp one way or the other. That being said, yeah, no, next list. That was Mark You Fresh, top 16. So now we get to talk about, did I really get through? Oh no, there's 2 more. Nick Hutchins, top 8 Mirage, nice. Return of the Jamming Betamon, I like it. Only playing Madoki Betamon as our floodgate. No Otama, no Siyako. That feels wild right now. Same level 4s, same level. Actually, 1 more of the blocker Honkunmon. 1 less Hexplow. Interesting. No Bond. Going back to Paladin. 3 Tamers again is something I thought was normal, but I guess some more people also trended towards 4. Scrambles instead of a removal option or Ice Wall or anything is interesting. I mean, scrambles do work for this deck for sure. Playing another Gaomon, playing a Floodgate, playing on play effects like promote and then do your whole game plan. Like scrambles are good. Scrambles are good, man. Let's confirm that. Yeah, okay, this is the last Mirage. Thank you. I didn't this up. This is also top 8. Young Non's Mirage list. Playing the Lunamon. Are we playing the full? We're not playing the full Nightclaw package, and we're only playing we're playing Siyako Madoki as our floodgates. Adding the Lunamon is interesting, especially if you like. There's definitely some shenanigans you can pull off with this Gaogamon, which I think is the card that is a problem. Just by the way, Lunamon. It's interesting, man. Oh, but with Scramble. Oh yes, you're playing 3 Scrambles. Oh, that's what you. Oh man, that's gotta be the sickest. Oh my goodness, that's gotta be. Oh you. Oh my god, scramble into this guy. Oh my god, scramble into just Lunamon. Bounce itself. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's so good. Oh my goodness. Oh. We got more lists. We got more lists to talk about. I can't. You can't do this to me. Not now. Not about a Mirage deck right now. Oh my god. No blocker Honkun because I mean I guess we were trying to fit all this other stuff. Like we're fitting the Leviamon Ace. We're fitting the Lunamon. Obviously, we're playing 3 scrambles, 3 boosts, 1 full moon meteor. We even had to. We're down to 2 tamers. 1 of each, I guess. I think I feel like just playing 2 of this 3-drop Thomas would have been better, but like I don't know. I'm not a top 8 player. Like get out of here. 4 mental trainings. Yeah, no, it's good stuff, man. That I wasn't expecting this kind of flip in my demeanor midway through Mirage stuff. Thank you. And thank you to all the Mirages. Congrats on your success, man. Now we get to talk about a deck I love. Not so much the Tamagotchi mode version, but still good, right? Like still good. Fenriloogamon. Sorry, this is top 32 Angels list. As if I hopefully I didn't mess that up. I get lost in my paperwork on the side. I'm sorry. It's Fenrir. The biggest thing to come out of Fenrir right now is like it was gonna be my thing was I was keeping an eye on how good and how represented will not represented, but how much will the gem boosts, both Amber and Grape, they have access to, and the Scramble. How much were there going to be value in that? And we're seeing it in this first list with Angel, top 32. Both Grape and both both Purple Scramble in the list. But you can run, because you're running the Grape or the Amber boost strictly to find Kazuchimon. And it's just such a wonderful consistency piece, because like it's searching Purple, which is everything, and it searches Kazuchimon, which... that's just great. That's funny, right? You can also play Amber, which is the Mastamon yellow one. Also searches Kazuchi and Purple. So, like, they're the same card. The only time they're not the same card is if you are... excuse me. The only time they're not the same card is if you are running trainings, because Grape is actually a purple card, so you can pick it up off of training, and then you can't pick up Amber. So that's just fun fact, I guess. I don't think it's that big brain, but like, you get my point. The option lineup is definitely the most interesting part to me here. That's the thing I wanted to see. 5 Tamer AG has definitely been a staple. Now the ratio between them is always where player preference comes in, and I like to see. 4 Analog Youth, also a staple. 4 and 4. Sometimes we see 3 of the level 6 Fenrir, just because like you can easily find that versus the Kazuchi. Understand. 3 level 7, 2 Sculpolucci. This is it's interesting to me that we have both Darugamon package plus a single Lugarmon pack level 4 to just round this out. 2 Tyranno. I thought 3 was like a safe point, but like you clearly made 2 work. Soul Lugarmon does work, obviously. 2 Hellugar. But yeah, no, congrats on top 32, Angel. Love to see Fenrir do work. The next Fenrir is top 16, Kyle. Kyle? Isn't Antics here? Where did Antics go? Did we have 4 Fenrirs? Do I edit this part out? I thought Antics. Oh, Antics was on Purple Hybrid. Oh, that hurts. Oh, Antics. I thought we were on Luga. I thought we were Luga brothers. Oh my goodness, I lost my place. Oh, I'm leaving that in. Top 16, Kyle, Fenriloogamon. Actually, cutting 1 Uko for an extra red Lugamon, and then no Dexter Ruga package at all. Playing pure puppies, or pure hell puppies, feather puppies. I don't know what the SOC puppy. No, that's not even true. Wingless puppies. I don't even fire puppies. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to be weird for the video. Cutting. And this is what I was talking about. Cutting a level 6, fitting the extra Hellugarmon, 2 trainings, 2 scrambles, 2 of the Demon Castle and 9 Wolves. Once again, 5 AGs, 4 Analog Youth. This is probably going to be the standard we're going to see across all of them. And I say all of them, there's like 2 more. 2 castles, no gem boosts, which I find interesting. Would love to know why you felt like the boosts weren't going to help you. Why trainings over, I guess, finding your tamer, right? I guess like at the end of the day, the gem boosts don't find you your tamer, and your tamer sometimes is equally important. So top 16 Kyle, I understand. Next, I think it's 4 Fenrirs, or is it 3? We're gonna go with 3 Fenrirs, top 4th place. So breaking into the top 4. Yeah, this is Cherry's top 4 Fenriloogamon list, getting into some sick, nasty pricing, right? And purely on the Dexter Ruga package for our level 4s. A return to a 2 Red Lugar, 3 Ukamon, 3 Tyranno. I don't know. 2 seconds ago, I was just saying 3 Tyranno is probably the play, and our best placing guys got 3. I don't know, man. Just hands up in the air. I mean, the results speak for themselves. I'm a genius. No, I'm not that. I'm not that crazy. Miss Memory Boost. This is a card that I thought would be way more represented in Lugamon as well. I mean, I don't want to say that. That makes me sound too full of myself, honestly. But Miss Memory Boost, definitely. If there was a card to replace what I thought the gem boosts were gonna do, definitely Miss Memory Boost makes a lot of sense. Like, I still get kind of shocked by the fact that this card is seen kind of moved away out of Fenrir lists. We're not playing Demon Castle. We're not playing 9 Castles. We're not playing Scrambles. We're not playing, I'm so sorry, boosts, trainings, just Miss Memory Boost. We want this guy in trash anyway. Milling 2, drawing it's all the same thing in this camp, baby. Skull Bellucci, 2 Hell, and then 4, 4, 3. Very standard ratios beyond what the option lineup is, and then the extra Tyranno. So congrats, Cherries, on your success. 4th place, amazing achievement. No, just congrats, man. I got nothing else to say. I mean, again, if anyone ever posts videos online, just please let us know. I wanna make sure you guys get the views for your deck. Again, I can't stress enough about how this isn't for me, man. This is for you guys. These videos are for you guys and for you guys, like for us to all enjoy Digimon. Now we get to talk about Purple Hybrid, and based off of what I'm seeing in the beginning, I think I know who it is. Yes, this is GFG's Tyler's Purple Hybrid list. Purple Apocalypse, Purple Dark Masters. I don't know what he's calling it. I'm sure he's gonna have a video. When Tyler send me the link, I'll get it posted on here. GFG, Godfather himself, Godfather of GFG. Sorry, that I don't know if he gets into criminal activity or not. Top 16, Tyler. What an amazing showing. Anytime Tyler does well, joy comes out of my soul. You know what I mean? Like, wait, joy comes into my soul. You guys get it. I'm happy. Purple Hybrid. What, like, we saw a taste of this list in the Eagle X tournament every Monday, every Thursday, 7:30, 8 p.m. Plug. Oh man, dude. I mean, all right, let's get the purple package out of the way. Purple Hybrid, definitely a deck we knew was going to be an all-star, something to be worried about, something to be strong, something that was going to come out the gate. I think DigiPanda said it best on stage, where it was like, it was always a good deck, always a well-represented deck, but just a deck that just can't take the crown, just can't seem to take the crown, you know? It hasn't won any event, unfortunately. That fact remains true here. I actually don't know what deck came out first place undefeated. Maybe we should have done a little more research to how day one ended for everybody. Maybe I can get that information some other time and just have it out there for people. But yeah, I maybe that's something I need to do after this. Figure out what the day one standings were. However, that being said, Tyler's list, I don't want to get too much into it. It's his list. It's his video. Please go watch that. But you can imagine the Purple Hybrid base. Like it really, if you guys go back and start remembering how Yellow Hybrid was, and there's so many ways to abuse that Yellow Hybrid base. Purple Hybrid is really calling that back. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to hate. It just feels true to me. RushGeomon, Gazimon, Fastgomon, the Duskmon, Argomon is not even a stranger to Purple Hybrid, period. Playing one of each Dark Master, one Magnadramon, because this guy exists, man. Calling to bring it back. Lament of Friendship to bring Apocalypse back. We have we can triple Apocalypse somebody, man. Oh, man. Analog Youth. Oh, Analog Youth in here too, so we could do more Apocalypse nonsense. Is that our strategy? Is that what the game plan is? None of these, other than Piedmon, none of these. I guess both Puppet and Piedmon can Digivolve on top of Argo, so that's an interesting. Just like, I don't know if that ever comes up. I have no clue if that ever comes up. But you guys, whatever. What an interesting list. Lament of Friendship, no Goruru to like go extra with it, but it's just another way to get Apocalypse back in hand. Deathslinger makes sense. It makes me surprised when I don't see Deathslinger in Purple Hybrid, and but for Rivals Barrage, the Analog Youth to get stuff even more in trash. The only thing missing here, it feels like the only thing missing here is like a Paladin mode to reset ourselves, but maybe you're just that aggressive and that able to mill your opponent out. Like, couldn't you instead of Magnadramon, couldn't you play Mervamon? Is that out of touch? Is that crazy? Is it a play cost thing? By placing one level 6 or lower from your trash, activate an on play? Is there a world where like you just say screw it to this guy and say Mervamon? No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Not to Tyler's list. We're not going down that rabbit hole. And if you see this video, I'm sorry. I don't. Oh my god. I'm a player too sometimes, man. And the gears turn. I swear. I'm not just a face. Right? I'm a respected player. Oh my god. Oh, the midnight oil is. This weekend has stretched me so thin. Tyler, congrats. Congrats, Tyler. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about 16th place. Genos, 160? Genos 160? Sure. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how you want me to say it. But this is definitely a more traditional purple hybrid. Also getting top 16. The Merva package, max jack rates, Calling of Darkness, 1 deity. It's not the craziest thing. We have 5 rivals in here. I'll get it fixed. Actually, hold on. All right, and we're back. I fixed it. Instead of 5 rivals from the cut, we had 5 rivals and 2 of this Koichi. I'm pretty sure it's 4 rivals, 3 Koichi. I'll try to get the link fixed too. But that being said, Genos. No, this is. I think it's fair to say this is pretty traditional. This is like this is the purest form of pure purple hybrid. Using Mervamon to do, on-play shenanigans, playing whatever it is you can. And having your Kaiser, Kaiser Leomon, 2 of them, just so you have extra hybrids to try to actually play the game. And it's surprisingly I know people are like, oh, you're a hybrid deck, you always have the hybrid in hand, but people don't always know how close to Razor's Wire per hybrid players are playing sometimes when it comes to hybrids in hand, man. It gets scary real quick. Ancient Deity, 1 Lu, 3 Koichi. I think this is considered the worst one just because playing for 3 and then gaining the memory back is so powerful. Madashida, 2 purple memory boosts. Interesting. I like that. Calling, Rivals Barrage, Jack Raid, yada yada, Merva, Velger. I mean, even the Cupimon is always I'm just so shocked that all the purple hybrid decks have moved to Cupid over the Demi Maramon. Yeah, that's just always gonna stick out to me. It's just the draw 1 trash 1. Just I feel like you want to find your Dusks and your Velgers so bad, but I won't harp on it too much. Congrats, Genos. Now we get to now I'm gonna move on. We're gonna get to talk about top 8 Antics betraying me a little bit. Hurts. I'm hurt. Antics. How could you do this? How could you do this to me? No, I have nothing but respect, nothing but love, brother. Amber Hybrid. I love that we're calling this Amber Hybrid now. Because of the gem boost, we have purple and yellow, so now it's Amber Hybrid. And honestly, again, to be fair, I'm giving him a little bit of a broken heart for the not playing the Fenrir, but I have said multiple times on this channel that if I were to bring purple hybrid to tournament, it would definitely be the Amber Hybrid. So me and him are just always on the same wavelength, I guess, and we can yap about that some other time. But Amber Hybrid, I personally just love the interaction with Cinderellamon, and Rihimon. I love that. I just personally love that. Access to Jet Sylphie. I know that listen, I know if you Digivolve from trash, you don't get the reduction, but just being able to abuse healing in this game is good. And honestly, you don't have to Digivolve this. You can keep recycling this. This Koichi brings that girl back, bro. You swing, you don't pop Velger, and then oh wait, no, you don't. I'm not about to cheat out loud to you people. But Kaiser into Jet Sylphie, obviously good. Leviamon as well. It's you just have options here and they're good. Activate this inheritable. It's still a good inheritable, right, for the Leviamon. Plenty of Ukos. All the Ukos. We're even on a I love that I keep redacting myself. A little bit of Lugamon. He didn't completely break my heart. Lugamon package here with our AG. And Lugamon, obviously. Venusmon, very good. Will always be a good floodgate. Shadow Seraphi, disgusting. Level 6 ace. Rihi, Cinderella combo, still good, still busted. Death X, even finding time to play a Takuya Kambara and Koji Minamo. What the? My goodness, homie. I guess so. Get Retaliation under there. Get a Rihimon under there. Play an extra damn. No, man, you You are up to some shenanigans with this, man. What the? 2 Jack Raid? Because we just have so much stuff. Like, we do not have room for activities that we only have 2 Jack Raid in here. And also no security bombs. Oh, man. Amber Hybrid. Amber Hybrid, everybody. God, I love it. 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 Let's talk about our last purple hybrid. This is 3rd place. Super Duper Hooge? Super Duper. Oh, Super Duper Roach. I thought that was an H. Oh, my God. Again, more traditional purple hybrid, I like to call it. We do have some spice. We got a Ginkakumon promote here. We got a Nidhogg. Just being able to 3 Nidhoggs. Are we really trying to discard this? How are we? Am I missing something? How do we discard this enough to really get the memory going? Am I crazy? Oh, because we got 4 Demimeramon. That's what's up. Oh man. That's sick. I'm just happy about that. Miss Memory Boost. Oh, again, 3rd place. Crazy, man. 3rd place, Purple Hybrid. You did so well. Death X, Nidhogg, Return of the Demimeramon. So the Demimeramon gives us the memory anyway. I love it. I love to see it. Get the Ginkakumon promote out here. No Mervamon at all. Just pure like shenanigans. I guess because the Nidhogg, we made room for the Nidhoggs. We don't have room for Merva, so that I imagine that hurts our mill out strategy, but maybe allows us to be a little more aggressive. Like when Digivolving, I guess when Digivolving, you may trash 1 card in your hand to delete one of your opponent's level 4 lore. Is that? I don't think we're ever Digivolving that guy, right? Like I don't think so. Maybe I'm crazy. Always prove me wrong. Always telling me I'm wrong. Miss Memory Boost. I guess we're really going for an aggressive set up our tamers and gain memory and go for like 5 swings in a single turn with our tamers. And that makes sense. I respect it. And it obviously worked, man. Top 4 is ridiculous. And they actually had to play. I think they had to play it out for 3rd and 4th. So, oh wait, I'm sorry. This is 3rd place. 3rd place, so this and Cherries had to play it out for who gets 3rd and 4th. So, and then taking it over Fenrir, like, impressive, man. Really, really impressive. Man, we still got a good amount of lists to go. Oh, we got to talk about Levia. I kept saying to the run up of this event that Lord Knight isn't the play. Leviamon is just the better Lord Knight, or it's just better Lord Knight is Levia, and we saw it in spades. I felt. Let me see, like how many. Oh my God, we just saw it in spades. I think this is top 16. GTG Gaming, Leviamon X, and this feels like. Oh man, this feels like a Leviamon X Turbo, like. You know what I mean? Like, look at this. We are Garurumon X Antibody to get the extra memory when we protoform. So it's like having a 5th Dober X, except we get to draw 2, trash 2, like Deltamon, mainstay in the deck, Dragomon really, like, it's Leviamon, baby. Fitting one more Argomon. Fitting 1 Argomon just like to handle like those tamer matchups. Lord Knight, 2 Lord Knight, just a small little itsy bitsy Lord Knight package here. The traditional one of Cerberusmon, because you know having that rush and being able to recycle that 1 piece. Not playing Anubis at all is an interesting point to talk about, or an interesting thing to bring up. No Biting Crush is crazy to me. But we got the X Antibody Protoforms at 4, obvious. 2 Scrambles. I would love to know how Scrambles really like played out for you. I'd just love to know. Like I can imagine, but like it's just like it coming from the horse's mouth is just always infinitely better. 1 Ruin Mode, and then just 3 like this is like we care about Leviamon X. We do not like, this is the card we want, not this, and it's clear by our ratios. 1 boost, 4 trainings is kind of standard for what this deck is like. These dark animal package decks are really going to. 7 lightnings, and like just getting those suckers in trash, man. No, congrats. I can't congrats enough. Now we get to talk about this should be Spent Spark. This is 8th place, top 8. Again, also just fitting in a single Leviamon X. This is a little less turbo. I feel a little more like just like traditional Leviamon X. 4, 4, 3, 2, still fitting in Binding Crush, 1 of Anubis. Even ratios on our Leviamons. We really just want to be able to play all the facets of Leviamon, not having time to have Lord Knight in here. No ace plays is, I find, interesting, but like Protoform healing you is so strong. Like, no, not even playing scrambles is interesting. Like, I could see why you wouldn't in a deck like this, but I digress. Gobblemon X, Gobbly, like we're pretty traditional up here. Only one, like we'll talk about this later, but one of Psychmon feels great. Like again, I feel like people just kind of underestimated 7 Demon Lords a little bit, and I mean I think they just got underestimated a little bit, man. Like I don't see why this couldn't have been a 3-1 split. Or 3-2 split, sorry. And I hate like that's not a critique, that's just me like gears turning, being a player, being a deck builder, being a helper, being a content creator. I don't know, my brain, I just never want to sound like I have an ego or like I'm better than anybody. Like obviously these guys know what they're doing. I think too much. Oh, congrats, man, congrats. This is impressive list. And then this is Moment, this is Donkey Knock. Please come back to content creating, man. Come back and tell us all about your experience in your list, man. 2nd place Moment, Donkey Knock on the stream 2 times actually against Tyler as well, was able to take it. And then man, was that finals, guys, if you guys don't get it, if you guys have time to watch that final, please go watch it, man. That was such an intense final. Game 3, trap card on trap card on trap card. Oh my god, the plays they were setting up against each other were it was so magnificent to watch. Oh man. And then oh my god, I can't gush enough, and I really hope he makes a video on his own stuff, because even just playing 1 Scramble, 2 Binding Crush, 2 7th Lightning, 3, 4 on the memory bankers, I'll call them, 3, 3, 1, and no Lord Knight package, just playing just Levi. And I've talked to him a few times now about how we both just feel like Levi is just better Lord Knight, man. And he took it all the way. No Lord Knightmon side package, no nothing, just crocodile. Is he a crocodile or an alligator? I feel like it's a crocodile, which kind of everyone's always like, it's a crocodile, right? So it's not a gator. And then everyone made the reference of like, oh, we're in Florida, but like it's a crocodile, it's not a gator. God, learn your animals. God. Florida person would complain about that. I'm sorry. Please, Donkey Kong, make a list. That was such a good final to watch. I can't stress how good that final was. I could probably talk about this list a little bit, but like it speaks for itself, I think, and they will probably speak on it for themselves. And Octomon, Dragomon, it's Leviamon, dude. And I just felt like the whole time I felt like Leviamon was better than Lord Knight, and the top 32 proved it. And oh man, all the conversations I had with this guy about it, it's so good to see him succeed and do well, and I can't. I'm losing it. 7 Demon Lords. Oh man, 7 as if I couldn't talk about myself enough. This is top 32 Brel, Digishon 37's right hand man, I guess, homie. I guess I can't say right hand man. I don't know what their love life is like. I'm too much. 1 Porcupa makes sense. I kind of thought it was weird that people were moving away from Porcupa, especially with like floodgates, but like it seems like 7 Demon Lords was just under-respected. But 7 Demon Lords, 2 Lilithmons is interesting to me. I feel like that says something about where Brel wanted to be with the list and what they were trying to accomplish. I think that says a lot to me in itself. Cutting a Creepymon to do it, I feel like, is what really happened here. 2 Rage Modes is standard, and then a 2/2 split on all the crocodiles. Really interesting. Is it a crocodile or a gator? Someone tell me. And then Moon Millennia. Moon Millennia is definitely a card that I thought was like, that is like something 7 Demon Lords is eating up, and they love it. It's counter for Mirage. It's counter for Mirage, counter for any of the Tamer matchups. It's just so good. And then, you know, 3 Aguidomons for just for game, man. I mean, it's the deck. Aguidomon goes hard. AncientGreymon, Ruin Mode. It's just, I'm losing. I am getting tired at this. I can feel it, but man, I'm sure DigiSean37 will have a video on Brell's list. Go see it. Go let them talk about their own decks, man. 3 Digimon. The return of Digimon Emperor is interesting. I feel like a couple of the 7 Demon Lord lists we were seeing prior were kind of moving away from Digimon Emperor. But like, this card is a lot of the deck's draw power. Not even playing Leviamon X too. I felt like that was also an interesting card to play in this list, and they just weren't, man. So cool. That's it. That's all I gotta say. Shoto doing work. Next list, 7, that was top 32 Brell. Gonna go up to Alex C, also top 32, maxing out the creepy, moving away from the Lilith. Same top end at these 4 cards. Beelzemon at 4, 3-1 split on our Leviamon X's, 2 of the green rage, 1 of the green range mode, 1 of the BT13 rage mode. Interesting. I guess we're trying to clear wide boards. Leviamon X antibody. Again, a card I thought was going to be more was going to be seen, and here it is. 2 Aguidomons. Interesting that we chose to do that. Like, I guess I don't know. I don't know how this deck feels. Like, I never really like. Let me word it this way. I've never played the deck or interacted with the deck enough to really appreciate or understand the impact of 2 to 3. When you're playing against that, it like the ratios never feel like they matter, right? And then when you're as that deck, like, it just, sometimes you don't see it even if you have 3, and so it's like, it's just an interesting situation there for that decision to me. Again, if someone in the comments wants to like give me really in-depth knowledge on 2 versus 3 Aguidomons, let me know. That being said, actually making room for the Akihiro. We've seen this, I think, was popularized by Tessero. Is that fair to say that this was popularized by Tessero? I feel like even in the Tessero video I was like, maybe he didn't develop it, but I don't know what else to say. 2 Digimon Emperor, 3 Biting Crush, because Biting Crush is an insane card, man. Rivals, 7th Lightning, all wonderful, all good stuff. Good stuff to you, Mr. Alex C. And then we get to talk about top 16 Brad Tiller's list. No Porcupamon, adding the extra Chaos Mode BT7, 1 Sleep Mode, 1 Lilith, 4 Creepy, 3 EX5 Levia, 1 Blue Levia, 2 Green Rage, 1 Levia X, 1 Lucia X. I love to see it. Moon Millennia. Our answer for Floodgates was Pummel Whack, and we're even playing the Miss Memory Boost. 1 top Matt. That was another thing we were seeing uprise of, was this purple Matt, and yeah, that's it. That instead of the Digimon Emperor, we're seeing an uptick of Mist and Matt, and it paid off for Brad for sure. Yeah, like 7 demons is kind of like, I think I've already called out the like interesting like ratio points. 3 Shoto, 2 of these Tamer, and then like, you know, our collection of removal. Only 3 of the copies of the Rise of the 7 Great Demon Lords. That's worth noting. 2 Aguidomon. I keep saying Aguido. Oh no. Oh no. Oh boy. I'm getting in trouble for this one, man. I swear. 2 ruin modes. Interesting that we decided to be on 2 ruin modes, just because the deck has really solid ways to get this back in your hand, right? Like, do you really need like calling? I guess it gives us flexibility with our calling. We don't have to bring back the ruin mode. And we have the mat to recycle. Maybe, I don't know. Interesting. That's an interesting point right here. Like this whole like 2 ruin mode and then like having extra ways to bring it back. Like interesting. And then I guess Miss Memory Boost. Like we're milling these more, so we want more. Like we need the second one, and we also like more ways to bring it back. Okay, I think I'm getting there. I think I'm getting there. No, what a congrats, man. Top 16. What an accomplishment. And Onion. Oh boy, Onion. What, again, finals, him versus Momin. What a great finals. Game 3, again, what a wonderful thing to watch. Oh, 2 Akihiro, 3 Digimon Emperor, 3 Biting Crush, 2 Rivals, 1 7th Lightning, 3 Rise, 1 Calling, 2 Agudos, 2 Rise, or 2 Ruin, sorry, 1 X, 3 EX5 Leviamons, 2 blue EX6 Levias, 2 green Rage Mode, 4 Creepy, 2 Sleep Mode, 1 Lilith, 1 BT7 Chaos Mode. I never mentioned Beals because everybody runs Beals at 4, and obviously these 2 as well. It's 4. What a wonderful finals to witness, man. I hope you do well at Worlds. I'm sure other people will cover your list better than I do, and I hope you have a video out there or something so you can just grace us with your success, man. Man, 7 Demons, man. 7 Demons is a strong deck, and 7 Demon taking it. I'm not shocked, but I'm not shocked, but I also wouldn't have guessed. And it also, I guess this is some like talking points is like I guess dang it, like the talking points are there, man. Like I think people were under expecting 7 Demons this format. It felt like people kind of it was able to like, you know, rise up because people kind of were so focused on Mirage maybe. It's a really strong deck and it can catch you off guard. There are good like it has bad matchups for sure, but those weren't doing well, and it's got solid in. I mean, people tell me that, oh, just play Automamon, just play Solarmon, or the cost reducers are the big ones, right? Or the can't reduce cost reducers or whatever. You guys get what I'm trying to say. I think the story here is people like, obviously everyone played Fantastic. You don't get top 32 without playing Fantastic. I'm not trying to belittle people's achievements, right? Like that's dumb. But I think there's a big story here about. I think the story to tell here is, you know, this format or this tournament, people didn't have their eyes on 7 Demon like they should have. But anyway, I'm tired. Maybe I'll stream tomorrow for you guys and talk about this more, talk about my stuff. Catch that. I have a membership started. It's like $2. You don't have to do anything with that. Just I should plug it because I have it. Here's the top 16 bracket, best of 3 bracket. You guys can see it all on the website. Players, 336 players. What a fun event, man. What a fun event. Everyone I said hi to, everyone I got to meet. Oh, it was so cool to watch, man. It was so cool, man. Oh, man. Good night, guys. Good night. Just good night.